The first impression, I can only talk about the airport, arriving at the airport, that people are kind and, do things professional and welcome you with a smile, and the airport looks nice. Have neighbors in the UK who are Ghanaians, so they are kind of like not taking life too serious, like, okay, relax and, just do things, take it easy. Don't get me wrong, I mean, there's racism in the UK, which is one of the first things that people do talk about. People talk about racism, which is there. Nobody can deny that.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl EfyaKimora here. If you're old here, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell for more of such videos. In today's video, I have here a very big YouTuber. I am African. He is a Nigerian but based in the UK and visiting Ghana for the first time. So aside Nigeria, Ghana is his first African country to visit. So let me welcome I Am African. I know him as I Am African. So he's joining us now.
Right, hello everyone.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me here.
Okay, so who is I Am African?
Right, so I Am African is Adesanya Ayeni for real. So I Am African is my social media name. So Adesanya Ayeni, for a Nigerian from Yoruba tribe to be specific. And I'm just passionate about Africa, sharing a lot of useful information about Africa. And also nowadays I'm more about promoting the travel and tourism industry of Africa. And I'm just encouraging a lot of Africans, especially in the diaspora, to come visit Africa.
Okay, so that's the inspiration behind the name I Am African.
Yes, I Am African.
I Am African. He's on YouTube. You can go there, then subscribe to his channel as well. So let's get right into the video. So how long have you been in the UK?
Well, right, I feel depressed sometimes saying how long I've been living in the UK.
Yeah.
So I've been living in the UK for a long time. So I think about over 17 years.
17 years?
Yes.
So you married to the UK or you got married in the UK?
I got married in Nigeria. So my wife is in Nigeria and is in Yoruba.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
How many kids?
I've got 2 kids now.
Okay,
yeah.
so you took
2 boys. Yeah.
So you took all your kids, the whole family to the UK. Why? Why did you do that?
Actually, we got married in Nigeria, and then she moved to join me. And then we had our kids in the UK, so kind of like started
in the
family.
first place. Why did you move to the UK?
Oh, the UK for me is why I moved to the UK. I originally was there to study, and yeah, so I finished my first year in Nigeria, then to do my masters in the UK, and after my masters, really, it was a case of like, let me work a little bit, got a job, and then before you know it, I just found myself there.
Okay, you are preaching about diaspora, African diasporans moving to Africa.
I'm really moving to Africa. Really isn't really mainly about moving to Africa. I think the likes of Wodemaya and some other people do a lot. So I believe that there will be some people that will move to Africa, but not all of us will move to Africa. So because definitely the same way you have, maybe you don't have a lot of white, but there are also white people who call Africa their home, who live here. So also will be a lot of African that will be living abroad. But it's good for as many as possible. Even myself, I will move back to Africa at some point in the future, but not immediately. So but my message is mainly about visiting. So because when we visit Africa, we are really contributing to the economy through travel and tourism. And then also, well, not moving, but I mean, when we travel to Africa, we're contributing to the economy of Africa. And also we're learning about ourselves, learning about different culture. Like I am here in Ghana, I've learned a ton about Kumasi, about the beautiful people of Ghana. So even though we're all black, same skin, but we do have some differences in culture. So which instead of going to Paris or going to New York, I'm not saying don't go there. Go there, have a good time. It's also an education, but think about sharing some of those time we spend in other countries around the world to come and because a lot of Africans in the diaspora, they haven't really been to anywhere apart from their home country. Say Nigeria, he's only been to know Nigeria and is there in Europe and it's been to whatever number of countries.
So you are saying Africans should try visiting other African countries?
Yes.
So I would like to ask you this question. You being a Nigerian African living in Europe, how is it like?
Yeah, it's for a lot of people. It's just it depends on the way you look at it. I'm like a positive person. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's racism in the UK, which is one of the first things that people do talk about. People talk about racism, which is there. Nobody can deny that. But having said that, I still say there are good people as well. Just like humanity is all about good and bad, colonization and a lot of that, which I don't want to go too deep into, but which is sad and nobody really like it. But having said that, there are still some good people, nice people in the UK. Say where I live, I mainly live outside London because a lot of people talk about London, but it's not just only about London. So I live outside London, and all the places where I live outside London, I really have a good time and have a good friends and who are white, who we do share good time together. So for me, generally living in the UK is fine for me, and yeah, so I don't really have much complaint. But I'm not saying that there is no some bad thing and reason. And I must say this as well, because human beings were tribe, right? We are tribe. So as I'm here in Ghana, or I'm in Nigeria, everybody that I see around me look like me. So there's that kind of like a sense of peace, inner peace and fulfillment, being around your people. So sometimes in the UK, sometimes you look at yourself and then you are the only black in one particular location, and then you're thinking, that's when sometimes there's that thing about thinking about home, and maybe I would rather be among my people. So that is there sometimes, yeah. Okay.
And also, you being in Nigeria. Now let's talk about Nigeria and Africa. You are in Nigeria. You're Nigerian and Ghana.
Yeah.
You've heard of Ghana outside. It's your first time in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I would like you to what are the difference between Nigeria and Ghana?
Oh, this is something that I've had. I've seen videos that people talk about it, Nigeria and Ghana, the differences. For me, I don't see much difference. I haven't said that there are some differences, but I mean, obviously, that is obvious anyway. The language is different, of course. But let me start by talking about food. Food, like, you know, there are some differences, but majority, I think there are a lot of similarity in the food. I will say that Ghana, I think there's a little laid back. Do you understand what I mean by laid back?
Like laid back, in terms of economy or what? No,
laid back. Like people are not kind of like relaxed. So that is like I used to have a manager who traveled to Australia, and he came back and I said, "Oh, what is Australian? What are they like compared to Britain?" And she said, "Oh, they are really laid back." So it's not a bad thing. Some people might look at laid back as a bad thing. It's not. It's almost like relaxed. People are not. And then I've seen that because I have neighbors in the UK who are Ghanaian. So they are kind of like not taking life too serious. You know, like, okay, relax and, you know, just do things, you know, take it easy, don't be too rushed. I mean, in Nigeria, you just see the way people are in Nigeria, almost like somebody going crazy sometimes. The way.
Okay, you mean like people are more hustling, like rush in Nigeria as compared to Ghana? Yeah. We are relaxed.
Yeah.
Comfort in our comfort.
Even the way you even like in the market.
Okay.
If it's in the Nigerian market, I mean, people see kind of like asking you come and buy from me. Yeah. But if it's in the Nigerian market, it can even be worse. People I don't know whether maybe it's has changed, but people might also even almost like tap your clothes and say, "Oh, please come come and buy from me. But they say it, but not really.
In Nigeria.
Not here. It's not that aggressive. I would say it's not that aggressive. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, what was your first impression when you got to Ghana?
My first impression getting to Ghana is what is the first impression? Okay, maybe because I've actually done a lot of content about Ghana before. It's kind of like I reasonably know some things about Ghana, even though I haven't been here physically, but I've known a lot of things about Ghana. And then I have a neighbor, a Ghanaian, and then I did go to Ghanaian parties
in the UK.
In the UK, chatting with a lot of Ghanaians. Sometimes I am at a party, all of them are Ghanaian, I'm the only Nigerian, I'm with my wife. So I kind of like know reasonably well about Ghana. So I mean, the first impression, I can only talk about the airport, arriving at the airport. People are kind of like kind and, you know, kind of like just do things professional and welcome you with a smile, and the airport looks nice. Yeah, so you came to Ghana yesterday, and today you are in Kumasi. Yeah. What have you noticed, like these few hours, and you've explored Kumasi a bit? So what have you noticed? In terms of Kumasi? Yeah, the people, the food, everybody, like the transport, anything. What have you noticed? Yeah, I mean, Kumasi isn't even right from the air. Like, you know, the plane trying to land, it just feels different from Accra. So I would say, obviously, in terms of development, because, you know, Accra is the capital, so any capital city usually more developed than, you know, other cities. So I would say, yeah, so in terms of the infrastructure in Accra. But even though I haven't really been to other parts of Accra, I've only been to around the airport city, sort of like, I think that's possibly the most developed part of it. That's nice. Having you, I am African, so he visited Ghana and probably he's here in Kumasi. Ghana is not only Accra, you can come to Kumasi, explore other regions. I'm here for you. If you come here, I'll take you to wherever that you want to go. Yeah, I'm putting his link below, so if you go there, check it out and subscribe. Bye bye. Yeah, thanks for having me.